Calvino's lightness. Calvino begins his memos with the quality of lightness, as in lightness in weight. He remarks that he's been writing for 40 years and it felt that his writing has lost its lightness and turned to stone. Using the Greek myth of Perseus in Medusa as an analogy, he argues that to overcome the heaviness of the world, we must change our perspective, like Perseus. He defeated Medusa because he approached the situation differently. He saw her indirectly through the reflection in a shield. Calvino states that the changing of the approach can reveal a lightness that you didn't notice before. He makes an example of science. Today, every branch of science seems intent on demonstrating that the world is supported by the most minute entities. By this, he means that most massive objects, like an elephant or a mountain, is made up of smaller units, like DNA and or molecules. Everything can be atomized and viewed as light. My favorite example he makes is of computer science, the idea that light-coded software can command the heavy machinery to perform its tasks. Personally, I am in the process of taking a programming course, and in some of the first lessons, the instructor explained that programming code, whatever language it may be, either Java or Python, is based on machine language. Whenever I look at a page of code, I freak out a bit because the white space is often non-essential to the functionality of the code, so the page looks like a giant jumble of characters. But it comforts me to know that it's easier to understand the machine language, which is just zeros and ones, two minimal numbers that are behind all of the innovations of computer technology. Philosophical and scientific ideals focus on frivolous lightness, but there's also thoughtful lightness. In the story from the Decameron, a man named Calavante evaded his social peers by jumping over a tombstone in a graveyard. Calvino chooses this image of Calavante as an emblem of lightness. Calavante frees himself from the oppressive societal norms represented by the writing party and rises above them by jumping over the tombstone. Rather than the physical lightness, it is the lightness through the action and effort. I believe thoughtful lightness led to innovations like the airplane.